I don't mind being late and gay because I feel like boys like when girls are a little gay.
Oh yeah.
Enjoy.
Wake up to morning roasts.
A rainbow, dildo, butt monkey are 4 words no one ever imagined uttering in the same sentence, but here we are.
3, 2. Oh my God, Mr. Porkchop!
Hello.
You do you, but I'll do myself. Oh no, God.
Haywood Jablomi, thanks for the 10 Canadian. I love my Canadians out there.
Yeah, I like a rich tea when it's like super soggy and it's like flopping around.
Ori! Used 150 bits to play a part.
Actually, I think a cup of coffee is just what I need.
Yeah.
I want that in my mouth.
Where's the girl? I need a cup of coffee.
I feel like I'm that girl right now. Like, where's that girl? I need it. I need it. Wait, wrong girl. I'm that guy.
I have
Oh my
bone
God.
broth this morning.
Ooh, you sound so healthy, and I kind of digging it. Like,
I'm making an effort,
Tuggs.
guys. I know I had wine last night, but today Tuggs is having bone broth for breakfast.
Lots of teas happening right now.
Bone
Yeah.
broth, is that like just gravy? Bone broth.
No,
Bone
it's
broth
I
is
know,
not
yeah,
gravy.
no, it's
No,
not gravy.
just
It's
like a soup.
It's just like a soup. So when you do like chicken stock,
Yeah.
that is kind of the same thing, but it's to breathe. You drink
Like
it,
an
and it's good for your
oxo
tummy.
cube.
Yeah,
It's like Bovril.
yeah.
Okay.
But this is from bone marrow. This is from bone marrow, so you get the protein and all the nutrients and all that. So you basically just soak. I mean, I buy a package because ain't nobody got time for that. But you roast the bones and like the juices that come out. You save that. That's your broth, and yeah, it's delicious. It's good for your tummy. It's supposed to be good for gut health and all kinds of stuff. So
a lot of good nutrients come from the marrow, so it's a good thing to do if you can.
I love bone broth or bone marrow. I love bone marrow. It's my favorite snack.
But anyways, I apologize. I know we were technically late. That is my fault. I had a slow start, and I don't know if that was caught on hot mic, but I think chat likes when girls are a little gay.
When girls are a little gay, is as evidenced by every '90s movie ever. What's that movie
When two
with Sarah
girls
Michelle
kiss.
Gellar? Cruel Intentions. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, oh my God, we have in chat Rainbow Dildo.
Oh my Lord.
Good morning.
You do exist. Stay warm
No
today.
idea.
Yeah.
Good morning, roaster. Stay warm today. Yeah, which I mean, we're all cold. Well, I feel like rushed because I am a little stressed right now. But people in California are feeling the heat.
California
which
are
is
not cold.
It's really sad. They're not cold.
so
And
sad.
I mean, Missy over here got the update over last night because during the nooner, we were talking about, how the fires are spreading, which parts it's in, possibly why it started. And
Nobody knows anymore. Yeah, nobody knows yet.
I've heard some.
I have too.
Thoughts.
Rumors?
Conspiracy. Yeah.
Conspiracies. I mean, we can get into those in just a moment, but just the reaction to the choices of the mayor.
It's all about those choices, isn't it? Yeah.
She also did not help the situation. And I mean, the fact that she was in Ghana.
I don't know if she was there when they started or like, and she was already there, and so she had to come home, or if she
Oh,
left. I
where
don't know that. But
Ghana?
I know.
Like, are you on vacation?
Who goes to Ghana in general? But that's a whole
Did
other.
you use city money to go to Ghana to do some outreach or something? But you cut the
Maybe?
fire department's budget?
Oh yeah, I know. And here's the thing too: is California is what, as everybody well knows, California is always on fire. Okay, there's not a year that has gone by that California has not burned in one capacity or another, and they don't do deforestation, like forest management at
No.
all. I think it's illegal there actually. They haven't done it for decades. So all this dead brush, all this dead leaves, they don't go anywhere. They just sit there. And so you sneeze wrong and all of a sudden there's a fire. Like it's awful. And so people have been talking about it for years and years and years. Trump called them out, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago when the last real bad fire happened. Not this bad, but the last one happened. Well, at some point you would think, but nope. And they don't have any water. And so I have.
Oh yeah, they have no water reservoirs. The firefighters can do nothing. It's really freaking sad.
So this is the neighborhood. This is what we're looking at right now. The left is the before. Oops. Left is the before, and this was, I'm assuming, this morning. Or maybe late yesterday afternoon. That's the same neighborhood.
They don't have light out there yet.
It's gone. It's gone.
Wow.
It looks like a bomb went off. It's gone.
Wow.
This is where all those celebrities, a lot of celebrities and rich people live, so people are lacking empathy. But it's just like, and then so this morning, go ahead.
I was gonna say it still doesn't matter if it's like celebrities don't have empathy. Like people still have stuff that they love and enjoy. Like we got to be a little human about this. This is your home.
Yeah.
Like I don't care if they're rich. Yeah, sure they can rebuild a little easier, but there are things you can never, ever replace. But I'm glad they got out.
Heartbreaking. Yeah, I'm glad they got out too. It's so heartbreaking.
They just thought that they would never have a fire and like we're too good for that. Like
no, it's not that. It's not that they didn't think that they'd have a fire. They had better priorities, like DEI.
Well, the sardines too, the fish thing too. Newsom passed the thing with saving water or not getting water from somewhere or rerouting water. The chat will know better. I think it was rerouting water instead of rerouting it into reservoirs for LA for this specific reason and other reasons. He was like, no, we have to save a fish. And the fish that he needed to save, it literally is a little sardine.
Okay.
Yeah. Save the sardines, not the humans. I feel like everyone prioritizes everyone else besides the people that are in their city.
It's so heartbreaking. I saw a video on TikTok this morning. So we were up. My dog got sick this morning. So Duke and I kind of had like a rough morning sleep-wise. But so he is listening to, he's a wildlife firefighter. He's a former wildlife firefighter. So he's fought these fires. And he's like, I've never seen anything like this is crazy the way this is catching. But he's listening to the radios and he comes back in the bedroom and he's like, you got to listen to this. And these poor firefighters, may God protect them all because holy crap, this one firefighter is screaming on the radio. And then he's like, fire station 11 is down. Our fire station is gone. They don't even have their own homes. Their own fire stations are gone. The one guy is saying, okay, we're fighting this house, blah, blah, and we're out of water. I repeat, we are out of water. We need to get out of here. We have no more water. There's nothing we can do. They've got 100-mile-an-hour winds. It's dry as hell. And then this other guy, so it was 4:00 my time, so probably about 2 a.m. West Coast time. Zuck's like, you got to listen to this. He backed a radio up. These are all free apps you guys can go listen to if you want to too. I don't know where it was, somewhere in the Hollywood area, I think, because that fire had just been starting to burn last night. The firefighter's like, we have a 5'8" Hispanic male dressed like this, wearing a beanie, starting fires. And he is headed northbound. Somebody get LAPD down here now. Track him. Be safe. Keep an eye on him. He was literally starting fires in the middle of the night.
Wait.
My conspiracy.
More.
Like just some of these videos of the fires are insane.
It's insane. And that's old now. It's bigger than that now.
Oh, of course.
It's just heartbreaking. And these people who evacuated from the Palisadas area, that neighborhood I showed you, from that area and like Santa Monica, that fled down to Hollywood, had to pack up again and flee because it jumped the Pacific Coast Highway and has just ran all the way. It's running. It's headed to Anaheim. I don't know if it'll make it to San Diego. I hope not. But it's headed to Disneyland maybe next. I have no idea. But it's headed all the way down. It's bunkers. And there's no stopping it. There's nothing to stop it. All these houses are super old. Like I said, all the deforestation, all the trash from the homeless people that doesn't get cleaned up, it's all catching. It's all just it's horrible. It's awful. It's like a horrific thing. It's so sad.
Like I'm just gonna show even this thread. This thread is just insane.
Gone. It looks like a bomb went off. It looks like the Gaza Strip. If you look at the Gaza Strip after all the bombings and compare photos, insane.
This is insane. Some of these.
And there's nothing they could have done. Nothing.
Well, they could have.
Well,
they
the government, yeah.
Yeah, but they chose,
they could have prevented all of that. I hope people go to jail
those planes that drop like the water and the stuff over the flames, the planes that fly over. I saw a TikTok this morning scrolling where they were landing on the ocean to scoop as much water as they could, like literally landing and scooping water in their tanks to try and drop salt. And I don't know if that helps. I have no idea.
I mean, it's better than nothing. I
guess, because they don't have any water. There's no water. All the firefighters we don't have any water, so the planes are like, we're gonna try and help as much as we can. It's it's awful. It's awful.
Now, Libs of TikTok did post this, and this is the mayor. Let's see what she has to say.
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor?
Is she deaf? Is she drunk?
To say to the citizens today?
Is she in shock?
Yeah, she's like,
are you considering your position?
I don't know what to say.
Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster?
She's like, if I admit it, I'm going to jail. Like,
right?
I think you need to do a Trudeau. You need to step down.
Yeah, fast.
Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home?
She's totally ignoring. But I mean, obviously, this isn't an official interview. So
yeah. But kudos to this guy for trying to catch her. Also, I saw Biden being like, on the good news today, I'm a great grandfather. And everybody's like,
okay, not the time, Biden. Not the freaking time.
I saw a comment. It broke my heart. But I saw a comment that was like, oh, that's great, Biden. I don't even know if my great grandchildren are alive. That was on TikTok. I was like, damn.
Wow.
And he's right. I don't even know if my children and my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren are alive. If they made it out, we can't get a hold of them. So congratulations, though. So happy for you.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I mean, it's just knowing your surroundings. And to be honest, I don't think Biden knows what he's doing half the time anyway. So
yeah.
Anthony says salt water will put out the fire, but will change the pH balance of the soil so that nothing will grow.
Here's the thing, though.
It's going to be like a wasteland.
Yeah, here's the thing. I think that it's the least, and this sounds callous now, but later, that's the least of our worries because a lot of these homes in California were built a long time ago. They're very old, which means they have traces of lead and uranium in them. And now they're all in the air. So the soil is the least of anybody's worries, I think, right now. The water's already contaminated. What water? Like drinking water? Contaminated. Can't drink it. I saw people talk about that last night. They're like, they're already saying our water is bad to buy bottled if you can find it, if you're safe and whatnot. I'm like,
God,
it's all bad. And that's not including like the cars that blew up and caught fire. Yeah, asbestos, all that stuff. It's all in the air now.
I think the problem is there wasn't enough asbestos because that stuff doesn't burn. So like they needed more.
More asbestos, just throw it in the fire. Maybe that's what they were hoping. Oh my god, too early for jokes. Wow. Anyway,
I hope that California has had a wake-up call. I doubt it, but I hope.
That's the sad part is I don't think that they will, and they will use this. And although we're highlighting literally fire department budget cuts, the lack of preventative measures with the brush, you know, the water. Those are the 3 things that they could have done to hopefully prevent it and fight it, but they chose not to do it.
No.
Yeah.
Prioritize other things, obviously.
Yeah. And it's really sad. Hey, not my country, not my state.
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
But I do feel bad, and I'm just pointing out the facts. I do feel bad for any of the citizens that have had to go through this and lose their home. Because I don't know, I would die inside if I
so many. It's so like there's TMZ has been keeping track of all the celebrities, but the one that got me was Spencer and Heidi from The Hills.
I love them. I love them so much.
Their home, it's gone. They watched on their they have Ring cameras. They watched it burn to the ground, and they have kids. I think she's pregnant, so their kids are little. Their son's nursery. He posted photos of what screenshots of their Ring camera at their son's nursery. A nursery, a happy place. Just, I mean, and it's sad. So he, this was yesterday morning. He's like, here I am going to get bagels because my house is burned down. You could just tell, he's in shock. And it's not even the celebrities. Forget the celebrities. You don't want to feel any empathy for them, but their kids are still kids and they lost everything. They don't know what's going on. They're terrified. They can't go home. Mom and dad are stressed. It's so heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking. Oh man.
It's just insane that this can happen in 2025, we've got the resources, we've got the expertise, we've got the knowledge. We know how to prevent fires. We know that we need water. We know that all this stuff should happen, but they just ignored everything. What are they thinking?
This is not the first time California is on fire. But it is the first time that California has been on fire with 100-mile-an-hour winds. It's the Santa Ana's every, what is it? I think it's every 30 or every 50 years or something stupid. The Santa Ana winds, which happen every year, but every whatever many years, the Santa Anas go into absolute, we're going to rip your shit apart mode, which is what's happening now. And nothing was done.
Yep. One person that I think is helping a little bit, I mean, albeit as best as they can, Elon Musk is saying SpaceX will provide free Starlink terminals to affected areas in LA tomorrow morning. So
can Elon also have SpaceX provide free water?
That I don't know, because
I don't know that the internet is helpful right now, Elon.
No. Well, I mean, it is for communication, but can the water be? Can you get planes to go collect water and trucks and whatnot to even fight this at a rate that is actually helpful? Even with his money, FU money. Can you even do that? I don't know.
I honestly don't know. The only thing I could think of is Navy planes, but that you can't just, Elon can't just call up the Navy and be like, hey, can you go to California? That has to come from the governor for the National Guard to step in. And he hasn't done that. As far as I know, he hasn't done that yet, which is also hello.
How bad the winds and the fires and the destruction has been, that if they have not called the National Guard at this point, there's something really wrong.
There's something wrong. It's just crazy. And then, of course, all the conspiracy theories, because Joe Rogan talked about this a few years ago. He's got a fireman buddy that was like, oh, no, LA is going to be the worst because it just takes the wind to be in the right direction and a fire to be set in a specific spot. And there's nothing, there's nothing you can do and all this stuff. And that was years ago. And so this one guy I saw scrolling this morning was like, if you look at where these were placed, these fires started, however they may have started, it's just really convenient. It was right in the path of the wind. Let's say the wind's blowing northwest at this many. It just is weird. And he's like, I don't know that I'm buying they all were natural. Maybe the first one, but the fact that this is now gotten this bad, it's just crazy. And it's just so heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking.
Oh dear, not good. So, what's percentage of LA's been destroyed now? Is there a percent?
Look at it.
I think it's going to be consistently changing. We don't know how bad people have been hurt. The injury list, the death list. I'm sure there's lots of that going on. Plus, as much as I really wish that this wasn't happening, but there's also people who are going to do looting. So there's going to be stuff like that.
Probably, Yeah.
The last number, I know that the last number of homes was over 2,500 that were destroyed. Structures, not just homes, but structures. But I don't know if we have. It's at 17,000. Oh, I don't know when this is last updated. 27 square miles and more. This is more than 1,000, so this is out of date. It doesn't have a percentage. I have no idea.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's also the topic of insurance companies removing
And how they
the
canceled everybody's
fire
policies a couple
for
of months ago.
fire right before all of this.
Oh,
And
really? They did
yeah,
that?
they came and said, we need this and this and this to happen with government officials, and they didn't want to do it, so they canceled the fire insurance.
Yep.
So these people who have lost their homes,
God, they've lost everything and they're not going to get anything back.
nope, all freaking gone. And I mean, yeah, sure, celebrities, sure, I'm not gonna be as sympathetic to them, maybe because they might have money, but like, so the people who aren't working as active, they might not even have the funds to have a new home.
No.
No. Okay,
Like,
here we go.
Yeah, if my house burnt down now and I didn't have insurance, that's it. It's like done.
But you know that mortgage company is going to be like, give me that payment.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So the
For
Palisadas
what? My
fire.
burned house? Have fun. I'll call bankruptcy, I guess. That's the only thing I could do.
Yeah.
Yep. So Palisadas fire, which is the first one that started, is up to 17,234 acres. I have no idea if that's is out or not. Then there's the Eaton fire, which is at 10,600 acres as of 17 minutes ago. And the Sunset fire, which is Hollywood, is up to 60 acres. And that started last night at like 6 p.m. Pacific time.
Wow.
So I don't know what that is percentage-wise, but it's not good.
Crazy.
This will be very, very interesting to see the reaction post-fire on some of these people that are, leaders in this community. The mayor, first and foremost, what is she going to do? I don't think she can do anything. She literally put themselves in that position. She didn't cause it, but she didn't help it.
Yep. 0% contained. Yeah, nothing's contained. Sometimes your home is all you have. Yeah, and we learned that from North Carolina. The hurricane in North Carolina. That's literally always they have nothing now. And they're all freezing to death in the mountains.
We know
and
California
FEMA took their
has
sweet time getting there.
Why have we not? I say we, but I meant the royal we. Obviously, I'm not California. Why didn't you not prevent this? There's almost a fire every year. I feel like in the past couple of years.
Oh, it's been long. It's been. Oh yeah. You haven't learned? Go deforest your forests. Oh. There's a reason the Pacific Northwest catches fire a little and doesn't get quite this out of hand. Is because in Montana and all of them, there's burn piles everywhere because people are burning their dead stuff. Texas does it too.
But wasn't it like, so it was policy not to clear the shrub and stuff like that? They actually made it illegal to actually.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they used to. So my dad talked about it. He was like, decades and decades ago, California was fine. And I can't remember when the switch flipped. Somebody in the chat might know. But somebody got elected and they were like, no, we have to protect the forests. We can't be destroying the forests, even though it's all dead stuff. Like this politician was dumb as shit and passed some sort of law. I don't know. Policy, whatever it is, that they will no longer be doing any mass deforestation. And ever since then, California's been on fire every single year. And it's just gotten worse and worse and worse. 80s.
Really
the 80s.
sad.
Thank you. Who was that?
Really
Thank you.
sad.
After Reagan. It's sad.
I hope people whoever's out there be safe. Hopefully there's going to be good help soon. A lot of people lost their homes, their livelihoods. They're the next couple months to year or so. I don't even know how are they going to live.
Years. Yeah. Well, that's just them individually. You don't even, you can't even get started on rebuilding. How do you even rebuild an entire city like that? Where do you start? Well, I have no idea.
The first things that you would start with is just making sure people have enough food and water. I mean, they don't even have enough water to fan out a fire. So I don't know.
Like, if
Where
you
would they go? Where would people
yeah,
go?
would
I
you
don't know.
would you stay? Would you rebuild, or would you just like move?
If I was in California, hell no. If
No.
my mayor, especially like what I
Not
know,
after that.
I would move very far away to somewhere that has better policies that prioritize their citizens
Yeah.
and not just certain subsections of citizens, your DEI,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully live a better life, because that's what you have to do, right?
Mm.
If you stay in California, I think you're just causing more issues. And if she is still to be the mayor of LA.
If there's not a
can't-
change in
can't.
California, y'all are just dumb at this point,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
It's
don't know.
literally on fire, and they're like,
It's
"Oh, it's
hell.
fine."
It's hell.
It's fine. Mark Hamill over there is like, my house is burned down, but F Trump.
I think there are more important things than to, well, at least for them, concentrate on your local as of right now. Don't worry about any other branches of government.
Mm.
I think you have to make the changes in your home and life first. If you plan on staying, obviously. I don't know if they are. But
I guess
It's just
we'll find out.
like it's just so upsetting that it's like it's just negligence, or just like that they just chose not to do it. Like, why? Like, it makes me
It'll
mad.
never happen. I wonder if
Makes
it's
me
the
mad.
whole like, oh, it'll never happen to me, so I'm not gonna plan for
Well, 'cause-
it.
Oh yeah.
oh, so I don't know how real this is, but this is libs of TikTok, so I'm just gonna assume that it likely is probably pretty accurate. So this oh wait, no, here. I wanted this one. This is what she cut.
Look at the fire, 17 million.
Yeah, but a lot of the internal things that run a city, she's cut a lot of it,
Street lighting?
right? Like,
Ma'am.
I wonder where
really like
the
to check your
money
degree.
went to,
Gee.
right?
That's assuming that they had that money in the first place. No.
Well, that's so I see how this is going. So all the red is how much comparatively
Has
she
been
cut.
cut.
So she cut nothing for, well, a little teeny bit for the mayor,
bit
and
for
not a whole
herself.
lot for trans. Oh, I see it now. Okay, I'm reading this. Okay, there
Yeah.
we go.
Street services. So I don't know what any of this means. Hey,
Well, street services would be like your sweepers,
cleaners,
and things
garbage.
like that.
Yeah.
That would have helped a lot of the burning too, because the street sweepers, even though you can't kick the homeless out, at least the street sweeper machines come through and collect
And
what they
clean things
can,
up.
and it's brushes and oh my god.
That's insane. Oh, and I'm sure the evacuation process was a pain in the ass because there's so many people like leaving.
Did you guys see all the cars, the video of the cars being left on the
abandoned?
highway? Yeah,
Yeah.
because they couldn't get out. People got out and started running. And then my favorite part about it, I mean, they have to, but it was just, you just see the bulldozers coming through, moving everybody's cars so that the fire can get through. Fire trucks can get through.
Really?
Oh, yeah, they all got bulldozed.
Well,
they all
so you
got-
lost your car, you lost your house. What else are we gonna lose? Oh my
So
gosh.
people, I mean, it was just like Maui, like that footage of Maui of people just getting out of their cars and running across the border. Like it's bonkers. It's heartbreaking. Anyway.
How can it happen? It's 2025. God damn it!
I know.
We're so smart these days that we literally
We're so
outsmarted
dumb.
ourselves from like preventing this. It's priorities. I think we are too comfortable as a society, maybe then, that you just don't think that a little fire is going to be the end of it all.
Mm-hmm.
And
The famous last words, that'll never happen to me.
well, and that's the thing. It's like we live with too many nice things that we forget.
Yeah.
But what can you do?
Yeah. Just
All
praying
right.
for everybody, and especially the first responders out there. They are trying their best. I've seen videos of like firefighters going into people's houses and saving what they can because they can't save the house. So like there's literal footage of this firefighter bringing out photo albums, and like it looks like an antique clock that they think that the family probably would want to save, and like bringing out what they can on the street to try and save some happiness for these people. And I saw a thing where a reporter was doing a report and this woman was trying to save her chickens, and they literally, like, the cameraman drops the camera and goes and helps her save her chickens. Like, so there's good people out there, they're trying, but it makes me cry.
It's fighting an uphill battle. Like, and fires are scary. Not only is the actual fire like insane, but the stuff that comes from the fire. Oh, I have a video here.
Well, Duke is like I said, he's a wildlife firefighter, and he was like, I never understood when people said that fire is alive until I became a firefighter. Fire is alive. It's a breathing, living thing. And until you see it, and he's like, and you could literally watch a fire going that direction, far, far away from you, and is literally walking away. And then all of a sudden it decides, nope, I'm going to go that way. And it will flip a 180 and become a wall. And you have no time. You got to go. And he's like, and it all depends. Wind shift depends on terrain. If a fire hits a wall on the terrain, it will literally pick a direction, and then you're like, which direction is it going to pick? I don't know. It's alive.
You can't predict it.
It's scary.
That's the scary part. And like the winds, like watch that. Oh my god!
Doesn't it
all those
kind of
little
create
embers.
its own kind of winds and stuff as well? Because
and on top, so you have the natural winds coming from the Santa Anas, but fire also creates. You're right. Fire also creates its own wind. So now you got two winds
absorbing oxygen, and then it's changing itself inside the area.
And a fire that's moving that fast at 1,000 feet high. I think they reported the highest flames were about 1,000 feet high. I think is what it said. When you're that high and moving that quickly, what are you gonna do? Bend over and kiss it and hopefully make it out. I guess
you are subservient to the fire. So
anyway,
we'll see what ends up happening.
Look at that. The animal shelter down at the bottom. Get out, animals, get out.
Get out. Hunted for $5 says Xray, have you heard from Gore? Not today. I did talk to him yesterday, and he seemed fine. So
I'm also waiting to hear back from Max. So if anybody hears anything from Max, I don't know how close he is, but I know he's over there. So
poor guy. Magnum Norse for 10 says, this reminds me of Sargon's assessment of the problem in the UK. People are willing to destroy everything in order not to become an outcast of liberalism, clear the brush, and the psychopaths. Yes.
Especially the psychopaths.
Especially the psychopaths. And the problem is, like, people will vote for what they think is important. And there's so many people who are of liberal minded,
Will this be the wake up call that everyone needs? Like, will they go?
I think it could be a wake up call for some people in the regions that are affected by the fires.
I hope so.
But it still doesn't wake everyone else up in that sense. They don't know what they've gone through. Like, even me sitting here, I will never understand the loss that these people have had. I've never had like my entire home taken away. But I've seen other people go through it. It's not easy. I remember, so we had a couple girlfriends that lived just a couple doors down from where I worked, and then a fire ended up taking away the business they were on top of, as well as their home, everything. So we were bringing in clothes for them because they had no clothes, toiletries, like basic needs, because that is so much money to even just buy a brand new set of all of that. And that's the least we could have done. And to think of this and expand it to thousands of people, thousands of homes. What can you do? I don't know.
Just start again somewhere with water.
Yes. Water, food, shelter. Start with that, and then you can expand from there. So, Magnum Norse for 10 says, I live in East North Carolina, went to West North Carolina to meet my parents. 8 months later, that area was completely destroyed, and Biden had authorities block people who were trying to help them.
Oh, yeah, North Carolina.
I hope that no one's going to do that in this. I don't think they will.
Oh, no, FEMA's already there. I saw a thing on TikTok that was like, oh, FEMA's here in California. Of course they're here. While it's still going on. In North Carolina, they waited almost 3 weeks, I think, before they finally showed up, and then made a bunch of trouble and told people that they were going to take their kids. Don't get me started. I can't. Anyway.
Very sad. Nick the Greek for $4.99 says, don't worry. I'm sure the government will treat Californians like North Carolina North Carolinians, post hurricane, $750 in a tent.
They didn't even give him the tents, Nick. Those are people's tents. Like,
Oh, really?
I have camping gear in my truck because we live in the mountains. Everybody camps and skis and whatever. And most people, like Duke's got a whole camping situation in his truck. So they had their own tents. And they just put it where their house used to be. Anyway.
Gosh.
The tents were for FEMA people. Yeah. Not one victim stayed in a FEMA tent. Not a one. Not a single one. Don't get me started. Anyway.
Oh my God.
Yep.
I feel very passionately about North Carolina. Clearly.
God. Might have to do some texting to some people. God.
Yeah.
See how
Yeah. If
they're
anybody
doing.
hears from Max, let me know, please. Because he hasn't answered me. I know I texted him at 2 a.m., but still. Focus, buddy.
Matt, 2 a.m. your time? You know what time it is? Well, for him, it's probably
No,
what,
2 a.m.
12?
his time. 2 a.m. his time. 4 a.m. my time.
Okay. Never mind. Okay.
Still.
Max, why aren't you thinking about my feelings?
Yeah, Max. What the hell? Dang it, Max.
Gosh. And then I guess we can go to
Happier topics?
maybe
We spent like 30 minutes on this.
It's a bit of a change, but Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, is now prioritizing free speech on his platform.
Shout out to Zuckerberg, by the way. Has he started eating meat or something? Because he looks a lot healthier and vibrant
I think
these days.
his hair is
Maybe. Did he start working out?
Did he change his hairstyle? Like this is the longest I've ever seen it.
Did he get a perm? Is that a perm?
I think I hope it's not a perm because but this is no surprise because I feel like with the government change that we're seeing that everyone's going to follow suit. We've seen it already, you know, people are making jokes that are a bit more racy and based.
The Call of Duty lobbies have been absolutely brutal these last few weeks or so. So the nature world is healing. The nature is healing. Yeah. It's healing.
It's swinging the other way, as people have been saying. So let's see what he has to say here.
Hey everyone. I want to talk about something important today because it's time to get back to our roots around free expression on Facebook and Instagram. I started building social media to give people a voice. I gave a speech at Georgetown 5 years ago about the importance of protecting free expression, and I still believe this today. But a lot has happened over the last several years. There's been widespread debate about potential harms from online content. Governments and legacy media have pushed to censor more and more. A lot of this is clearly political, but there's also a lot of legitimately bad stuff out there. Drugs, terrorism, child exploitation. These are things that we take very seriously, and I want to make sure that we handle responsibly. So we built a lot of complex systems to moderate content. But the problem with complex systems is they make mistakes. Even if they accidentally censor just 1% of posts, that's millions of people. And we've reached a point where it's just too many mistakes and too much censorship.
We've reached a point, so we didn't reach it early enough. Like, do you know how many accounts that I heard on Facebook that just got nuked?
Oh yeah. Getting shut down.
Auntie Karen was not happy about this.
It's so funny to me that he does this, yes, with the new regime, but also the way that how popular X was, because the community notes, instead of a bot doing it or people leaning one way, it's the community comes together and is like, no, this is bullcrap and this is why, and here are the links to prove it, et cetera, et cetera. Whereas Facebook and Instagram, when you get something removed for fact checking, it never gives, I never got a reason. It was just like, well, we checked this and we don't like it, so we're removing it.
we're removing it entirely. And that's kind of like our YouTube system, like the AI bot, when it like quickly goes through and then you get in the yellow and you're like, the hell? Was it an image? Was it a word? Like, you don't even give me a reason. That is the worst part about it. And Facebook, I don't know what they're going to implement, this system that's probably going to be fairly similar to Twitter, but people aren't going to come back.
He wants to do that. Yeah.
You know,
who actually uses Facebook anymore?
Not me. I do use Instagram though, which is Facebook adjacent because they're owned by over here. So
And like, who uses Threads? I'm
Nobody.
sorry, I don't know anyone who actually legitimately uses Threads.
The only people I see actually use Threads actively are like business people. So, like James Gunn, like the Hollywood people use them. And then like the businesses I follow. So I have a couple of like I follow Costco. Costco will post on Threads or whatever. I can't see it, but it'll tell me like Costco
I
posted
feel
on
like
Threads.
it's like a auto
But it's
post
like-
from one platform to another
Yeah,
because I do
probably.
I do the same thing. Like a lot of my Instagram posts will post to Threads.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I don't know anybody that uses it as a personal thing.
Like legitimately and actually
Yeah.
scrolls on it.
Just
But
people use it for what? Marketplace and
I love Marketplace. That's probably the only thing that is like redeeming
Facebook?
about Facebook.
yeah.
Because I only buy from accounts that have existed for longer than like a couple years.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
anything shorter, spam. So
But it's basically free eBay, isn't it? That's what it is.
yeah,
So,
and safer than oh gosh, what were those websites that people sold things on? Kijiji,
Craigslist.
Craigslist. Yes, thank you.
Craigslist.
I think that still exists, right? But
Yeah, Zuck is feeling like nobody's using Facebook and Instagram anymore for anything, and
It's a
he
little
wants to be
late.
back in the fray.
like
Like-
you needed this policy years ago.
Years ago.
So
Oh,
you're using
man.
government change in order to enact this change. Oh, now it's safe. Now free speech should be prioritized because that's where our government is.
You
right
know
now.
what kills me about this kid, and I call him a kid because he's still young. Facebook started from him as a way for him to keep in touch with his high school buddies when they all went across the. I don't know if anybody else is old enough to remember when Facebook dropped in what was it 2009? I think it was its first.
Yeah, I remember.
No, it's earlier than that. It was
2006?
like
2006.
2006.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember. Yes, you're right, because I graduated high school. And that was the only way. And you even had to have a college email address at the
Yep,
time to
academic
sign
email.
up. You couldn't
Yep.
just sign up. It wasn't open to everybody. And so it was a way for us to keep track of our high school friends. And we all had like this little safe space. That's the wrong term to use. We all had this little community for us so we could all keep track and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden he was like, well, I'm going to open it to the public. And, blah, blah, blah. And then it just went downhill from there.
And then you guys are the product. You are not the
Mhm.
client.
No.
The clients are the advertisers because that's how Facebook makes money. And back in the day when it was actually at its prime, that was the place to go to find people,
Yeah.
connect with family. I mean, I've reconnected with some friends because of Facebook. So I have actual things to be thankful for. But now that it is mostly older people who probably use it and the Karens that have run all the people off that, wanted to have like
And
talks on
advertisers.
Facebook.
Yeah.
And yeah. You just have fun at it, Facebook. You literally drove away probably a passionate customer. They went to other platforms like Instagram, TikTok,
Snapchat.
Twitter, Snapchat. And then now that Twitter actually had been free speech for the last year and a half, I'd say maybe. Has it been?
Yeah.
Who has Elon had Twitter for now?
Did I
Gotta be
forever?
2 years at least, I would think.
Yeah. So too little, too late. You want people to come back, have fun.
You
They're
didn't
not.
think this was a problem when people were posting literal evidence that you were having super biased people on your. No, that wasn't a problem, but now all of a sudden it's a problem because you're losing money because Twitter is now the number one. I will never call it X, Elon. I will never, because Twitter is now the number one news source in the world because it's people who can actually talk to each other and be like, "This is
Always
what I
has
heard."
been. Like I remember even in like 2011 or 2012, there was a huge like rainstorm that completely took out a lot of electricity. It flooded the city in Toronto. Like the subway systems weren't working because it was flooded, so the trains couldn't go certain areas. And so I had to trek from downtown to where I lived, which is a 30-minute drive. And it took 3 hours. And guess what? Where I got all my information? Twitter.
Okay.
Because people were posting on Twitter where things weren't working. The TTC system, which is our transit, they couldn't even keep up with what delays were happening. But I went to Twitter. People are like, this isn't working. This area isn't working here. Blah, blah, blah. Like, okay. Yep. And that was my realization that
the first place I go when Instagram's not working, I go to Twitter and like, is Instagram down?
Yeah.
Everybody on Twitter is like, yes, Instagram is down. I'm like, damn it.
God dang. Yeah. Yeah. And just like community notes, the more people post about things, the more I believe it. But hey, you guys think for yourselves, okay? What you want to do. I think that's the best thing you can do. Listen to a couple people and make your own opinions, because I don't want to be a person that's like, you need to listen to me and become me. Although chat, I want you to become an Asian woman. Just
my favorite community notes are on adverts on Twitter. They're my favorite. Like,
wait, what?
Like,
oh my god,
this product's completely fake.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder if they'll do that on Facebook then, like for the adverts that come up on Facebook.
The amount of ads on
Facebook ads.
Yes. And they disguise it so well as just a post. And then you're like, then you're going through it and you're like, oh, no,
this is fake. And it's always the most fake crap. And you're like, bro.
Yeah. I do like, at least on Instagram, you can tell if it's an ad.
Yeah, it says sponsored or something.
They should have the same thing with Facebook, even though it's the same company.
Sir,
that's a butt in your face. Tuggs got so mad about the about the Facebook changes. Oh, baby, so cute. But yeah, will I go back to Facebook? No.
I still have mine. I just rarely post on it. I mostly just keep track of everybody else.
No.
Every now and then I dump a photo album full of pictures just so people know I'm alive.
War Wizard member for 4 months says, living here in West North Carolina. Hard for me to work up sympathy. I mean, fair.
I get it.
Fair. That's fair.
I mean, all the same people that are suffering from the irony here is not all of them, but the majority of the people that are suffering right now with the fires were either oblivious or didn't give two craps about North Carolina. So it's like, oh, and now you want people to feel sorry for you? Like, I get it. I get it.
Yeah. Crimson Shadow member for 8 months says, here's to another month. Thank you, Yay. Crimson Shadow. I like your avatar. Sonic. I have to watch that still.
Oh, it's good. Yeah.
Yes, you did watch it. I remember. Megan Norse for $5. Have you all been to the Gulf of America? It's a beautiful place.
That's a Trump thing. It's Gulf of Mexico, but Trump wants to rename it the Gulf of America.
I really. Okay.
His trolling is hilarious. He's like, we're going to absorb Canada and we're going to take back the Gulf and call it the Gulf of America.
Hey, please make it happen. I know you guys don't
like Canada's going to be the 51st state.
I love a good troll, and he's pretty good at it.
He's so good at trolling.
Very divisive, but that's the thing, is you just have to take it with a grain of salt. And I think when you have that humor, it just seems so humanizing. And I think in this day and age, we want to relate to people so often and so much, kind of like how people have on the liberal side. They want to relate to the people they vote towards. And so keep going, Trump. I also would like to hear what Trump has to say about all this.
I'm sure he's not been quiet. I haven't looked.
No.
I do think he retweeted somebody that posted about him telling Newsom, or California in general, probably Newsom, like 6 years ago, that they need to get their forest under control, and it's ridiculous. I think he retweeted somebody that like posted about that and tagged him, but I don't know if he's made an actual statement or not.
Who knows? I don't know. Meg, I'll give it a check-sees after this stream, because I am curious to see.
Yeah.
And do my own research. Magnum Norris for 5 says, congratulations to Xray for Trudeau leaving and being replaced by a based apple eater. I had no idea how bad things got in Canada. I don't know.
What does that mean, a based apple eater?
Is that sarcasm? No. I have no
Did they
idea.
replace him already? Damn, that was
No,
quick.
they haven't, because not that I'm aware of, but he has stepped down from the Liberal Party, and so the Liberal Party has to vote in someone to replace him as PM, as the leader. So we'll see what happens. But last thing that we're going to talk about, and I'm kind of excited about this, but I checked how much chairs cost at this company, Razor.
Oh yeah, it's got to be a $2,000 chair.
It's going to be $2,000. Their chair that's mesh that has a slight cooling technology, not like this, was, at least in Canadian, I think $1,600, $1,500.
What, a Razor one?
A Razor chair. I mean, I'll pull up the link to the more recent chair that is not this specific chair, but let's see what this chair is all about.
Project area. Heck yeah.
Does it literally have smoke coming out of it? Then it's like just.
I think
smoking.
it's just fanning from the base, like this whole.
That would be amazing, though.
Technology. I think it's a good idea.
I need it. I need it for sure.
I would love that in the summer. Oh man,
for the price tag that this thing could be.
Everybody's saying Razor stuff is garbage. I don't have a Razor chair. I have a Habada that I got on Amazon.
They have a bunch ergonomic, breathable, comfort, haptic cushion. So this is their line so far. The one that looks closest to it, I thought would be the Fujin Pro. Which chair is right for you?
The one that has the heating and cooling.
I don't think it's available yet, but this one is here. Fujin Pro. There's a headrest. That's the difference. Let's see how much it is.
Wow.
Jeez,
almost 1,500.
What is that in freedom dollars? Let me convert it. Hold on.
£2.50.
And this is not the actual cooling chair either.
And it's not
in
even
freedom dollars. That's $1,007.33. So
yeah.
Okay, well,
so if you want the one that's not pro, it's minus like $600. So it's like 900. So I don't even know what the difference. A headrest?
That's crazy.
You know what? For a headrest?
I got this one off of Amazon. It's got adjustable. It's got the lumbar pillow, this pillow, and it also has a footrest. Like I can footrest, and it leans all the way back, so if I could take a nap if I want. And I paid $150 US dollars for it.
Nice.
Amazon.
Yeah. That's the thing. This chair is overpriced, so I can't imagine what this new chair is.
That heating and cooling one's got to be like $3,000. Freedom.
Does anyone make a cooling chair? I've never seen one before. So
somebody responded, I quote tweeted it and was like, oh, we want one. And somebody did comment, but they didn't say what the brand was. It was like, there's another brand out there that's better. Razor sucks. Get that one.
Oh my God.
I mean, I wasn't serious.
Yeah. This is actually really funny. So, wow, another terrible product from Razor. Nobody needs this. It's goofy. It's gimmicky. Save your money and buy a real chair. Remember this Razor Zephyr, this mask?
Oh, no.
So this was supposedly like an N95 replacement mask that you could use with a clear screen so people could see you talking.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
And it had cooling fans in it. And let's just say it didn't really take off. But I will say, cool idea. Razor behind this. Not as good.
Yeah, wrong manufacturer. If a Herman Miller or someone else made it, then sure. But
is it CES already? Oh, I guess it is January. Gosh.
Yeah.
There's so much going on.
There's been some amazing things like being talked about it there.
Okay, crazy so what does this say? Can you read that, Tuggs?
If you're buying a chair, do not buy a Razor chair. You want a Herman Miller Aeron? Or a Steelcase Leap 2. Those are what all big IT companies and whatnot use. Oh, well,
how much is a Herman Miller chair?
Oh, they vary in price, but probably starting at $1,000, going up from there.
Oh my God, $1,000? That's like $1,500 in my dollars at least.
Probably
$150. I'm just saying.
But the thing is, you like the Herman Millers are used in offices, so you can pick them up secondhand from like office clearances and stuff. So that's a good way of getting it. But
So I just checked one chair. It's $2,200. That's a pricey chair.
That is a pricey chair.
But they are the only chair you ever need. That like they'll last forever.
Oh, they have like specific gaming chairs now too.
Yeah, I don't like the look of those. I don't rate those Herman Miller gaming chairs. I think they're doing it with, is it Logitech?
I don't know.
Logitech.
I think I can't remember.
But this is.
But they look a bit weird.
This one's not bad. This one's $1,000. Vantum. Here, I'll show you guys. We're shopping right now. Clearly. Nah, I'm actually just curious on like because I've never heard this company. So this one's on sale for $1,000, and they come in different colors.
No pink, 0 stars.
I'll probably do. Oh, that blue looks cooler. The orange. I don't know.
Yeah, the blue does look cool. That purple is.
So there you go. A gaming chair that looks actually pretty comfy. Not gonna lie.
Well, that's a different one that I've seen. Who
nice. Is this? Which company is this?
Herman Miller.
Oh.
So I guess I don't know. Haven't bought it, but I am interested for when I upgrade my chair one day in like years because I still have a good chair.
God, yeah. I bought my chair from an office supply thing. 15 quid secondhand. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I need to find stuff that has that. So
man, thrifting is the best.
I love my IKEA chair.
Yes.
It's a great chair. It's a nice chair.
Sir,
I like it.
Necessary.
My butt sits on it. But yeah. Would you get this cooling chair if it was not from Razer?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You're like, I need my butt to feel cool.
Like in where I am here in this cabin, I need it. So
that would be good for your electronics too in such a small space, like to help cool off the air because you're giving off body heat. So if you're not giving off so much body heat, it'll help the room in general.
Yeah, I need it. So we want some sponsorship, right? What?
Dang, hurts. That's amazing.
Nice. Hey, if you thrift another chair, let me know. I'll come and pick it up when I come down to Texas. So Magnum Norse for 5 says, no offense, I thought you lived in Canada. I do. The opposition to Trudeau went viral while eating an apple. That's what I was talking about. You're talking about Pierre?
Oh, yeah. People were saying Pierre in the chat.
Oh, okay.
I didn't understand the connection. I have to go look this up now.
I thought he meant like a liberal anyways. My bad. Can you tell I don't follow politics? Now I'm getting made fun of for my ironing board. The ironing board is gone, okay? The desk is still a little shaky, but not as shaky as the ironing board was. Oh my gosh. Alrighty, guys. It's almost at the hour.
You guys didn't even get to talk about Skeleton Crew because I rambled on about the fires for 85 years.
Let's talk about it quickly.
Quickly. Sure.
I actually really enjoyed this episode.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Yeah.
It ended on a cliffhanger. The best type of cliffhanger you would want in a show, and you want to go back for more. This is like the payoff that they have worked hard to bring us to. There's a lot of emotions, the betrayal, the continued betrayal. The character Jude Law plays is such an a-hole.
Yeah,
I hate him. But this is the culmination of everything that you would imagine a evil person would be, like truly just evil.
Yeah,
we thought he had redeeming qualities, but he does not. And oof, I don't know. What else did you think?
I don't know. Like, do you think because they're making it like as a kid show, they're just cutting the crap out of it and just like they're just giving you the basics? DEI. Yeah, exactly.
I feel like good story. Yep. It's not a difficult story to tell, and I think because it's so simplified that it comes across straightforward, and they are using kid humor, albeit, but I would rather kid humor than some of the stuff that you see on Like,
Yeah, but like,
they
like there was a moment in it which was like quite brutal as well. So I was like, oh my god, that was in a kids show where Jude shot the other captain in the head, like when he was being grabbed by the big claw machine thing, and he just like, I was like, whoa, that's nuts for a kids show.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
heck?
I mean, I guess Star Wars in general, like kids do watch that. They might not understand it 100%, but there's people getting, killed.
Yeah.
So all the like space battles, people keep dying and no one knows like the actual or the kids don't understand the finality of those types of moments. But that's okay because they're learning at least on betrayal, trust, friendship, family, importance of that. And I think that's more than enough for a kid to walk away with as at this point in their lives if they watch it at, I don't know, 12 years old.
No, and like, do you feel like there's undertone in this? Like, are they trying to tell us something else? Are they trying to give us DEI? Are they trying to show us anything?
I mean, elephant lives matter.
Yeah, like
elephant lives do matter. Justice for cutie.
Honestly, the scene with the parents running, I thought that was really cute as well. Like through the forest.
I will say that was probably the most incompetent I've seen any character in the show. Like, come on. They're trying to release a communications device through their barrier. And the droids are like, stop. If you continue running with a communication device, you will be stunned. So each parent's just like, run, stun. The next parent picks it up and they continue trying to run until the last parent does it. And they're like hiding behind a rock and then finally release it into the air. I thought that was a little ridiculous. Like, they're not that dumb, okay? These parents understand how this world works. They could have found a place that was droid-less before they got caught.
Wow. The droids seem pretty dumb as well because, like, the way that they're treating Jude Law as a emissary and, like, haven't even checked his
Where is your ID, please?
Yeah.
ID, please?
Yeah.
You don't know this person? Yeah. So he comes down in an emissary ship. And they just assume he's the emissary that they're waiting for to unload. Show them their mint. Their mint where their currency means a lot because when they went to the pirate colony outpost, people were like, "Oh my god, we haven't seen this in so long. It was worth so much." Blah blah blah. And then he goes and there's like literally like shelves and shelves and shelves and shelves of it. Like, you don't think that you have any protocols to make sure you're not getting the wrong person?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So there's a couple things here and there, but I think, like I said, previous weeks is a kids show.
Yeah. I'm really enjoying it. I'm looking forward to the last episode, final episode. Yep. I'm here for it. Can't wait.
I will say I recommend this to kids if you are enjoying Star Wars. I think it's not a super heavy show where you have to worry about your kids being like, oh my god, what does this mean and what does this mean? So
this person just got cut in half.
So, and anything else you have to say, Mr. Porkchop, about the episode?
No. No, just I liked it, enjoyed it, thought it was good.
Yeah. All right. So then Tuggs, what do you got going on?
But what is today? Thursday. Tomorrow, Fallout, 5 p.m. Central, Fallout New Vegas. Hopefully it doesn't crash on me because that's frustrating. Saturday is Crimson Throne. That's all I've got planned out
so far.
And then back for so far. And then back on Morning Roast on Tuesday.
Yes. I love that. Love it. And Mr. Porkchop, what you got going on?
So tomorrow I'm going to be doing Red Dead Redemption crowd control.
Nice. Uh-oh.
I need to really need to finish that main story, and then we'll move on to something else. But yeah, crowd control Fridays are my thing now. That's what I'm doing.
That sounds like such a cool app thing.
I want to try it. I still haven't tried it yet.
You need to do it, definitely.
Yeah. Tonight I have probably gaming with Kara, unconfirmed yet. I haven't done any confirmation, but I know she's been up all morning for the Yara release. So if you're interested in that, go to ripafirst.com. And Friday Night Heights. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, because I did. Honestly, my heart is out to LA, anyone that has been affected by the fires. We'll see what ends up coming out. Like, if more people send aid, make sure you're donating to the right companies.
Well, United Cajun Navy is already out there, I think, or trying to get out there. I know they're a good one. They were in North Carolina too. They're everywhere. So that's a good place to start.
And then hopefully, don't donate directly to the government is basically what I'm saying. Because
FEMA.
you don't know where that's gonna go. Pockets, people's pockets. So yeah. All right. I guess we will see you guys next week on Tuesday again for more morning roasts.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Bye, guys.
Wake up to morning roasts.
A rainbow, dildo, butt monkey are 4 words no one ever imagined uttering in the same sentence, but here we are.
3, 2. Oh my God, Mr. Porkchop!
Hello.
You do you, but I'll do myself. Oh no, God. Haywood Jablomi, thanks for the 10 Canadian. I love my Canadians out there.
Yeah, I like a rich tea when it's like super soggy and it's like flopping around.
Ori! Use 150 bits to play a part.
Actually, I think a cup of coffee is just what I need.
Yeah.
I want that in my mouth.
Where's the girl? I need a cup of coffee.